Hello all, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today we'll be looking at something a little bit different. This is my first German locomotive review. If you're wondering why I'm actually doing a German locomotive, it's, well, first of all, they do a lot of N-gauge models, so I figured I'd spread out a little bit, and also I do intend to use this strategy as a basis for a kit which I want to do at some point. But let me skip on to what this locomotive is. It is I'll probably pronounce this absolutely horribly, a Fleischmann Piccolo, not sure if that's actually important, 7025, the actual locomotive, however, is a DRG Class 80, which I had to look up on Wikipedia. But yeah, it's a lovely little tank engine, really. Let me print this out of the packaging. I think it's actually a fairly old model compared to the other things which I buy. Let's see what's inside the packaging quickly. On the inside it does have some little basic information. Basic, where to oil, that's pretty much it really, and the voltage range it can do. On the back you have how to remove the body. And that's it really, nothing out of the ordinary. Doesn't really tell you what the class is either, so I had to look this up due to this locomotive I did buy off eBay. Wasn't all that expensive really, considering how much German locomotives do normally go for, but let's have a quick look at it, shall we? It's a 060, very intricate valve gear at the bottom, the usual minimalist detail on the bottom because it's N-gauge and you're not really going to have much information on that, detail on that. The motor is tucked away in the cab somewhere. You do have very nice printed lettering on there. I can't read the writing. It might say the company name. I'm assuming, just looking at the Wikipedia article, it's probably say Dutch Weiss Band or something like that. So I'm terrible with German. Slightly better with Japanese and barely do English. But anyway, on the back we have some. We have the number plate again, and I'm assuming they're like lights on route indicator discs or something like that, but can't be sure because it's a German locomotive. On the other side we have some more of the same detail, little bits of writing at the bottom which is unreadable in this scale, and on the front numbering as well. There is basically no interior detail of the cab, but you do have glazing, which is always nice to see. Plastic coal load, but that's mainly so you can get extra space for the motor inside. This is not DCC compatible, not unless you hardwire it, which I do intend to do, possibly with a very tiny decoder. I don't think these are NEM at all. No, I think that this is before the time of NEM pockets, so unfortunately we don't have that. But yes, it's a nice little locomotive. Not really much else to say really. It does run, I have tested it. So I always test my locomotives whenever I get them from eBay. And I feel a sneeze about to come on, so I might actually pause the video for a sec, but actually will, so give me a minute. There we go, sorry about that. Also bless me. But yes, I might try and have a look at trying to open it up, but I haven't got my screwdriver on me. But yeah, you just need to remove, I think, these two here, and then the top should come off quite easily. Yeah. Strange enough, it's got 3 safe. Well, this would normally be where the safety valves are. I think that for British locomotives, 3 domes, so very unique. External valve gear, so very nice going around. Yeah. So I can't really say much more about this locomotive because it's just all there on display already. But I will give you a closer look when I get on the turntable. Actually, we'll just have a quick see of how heavy this little German tank engine is. I'm about to say German monster, but it's just a dilly little thing. I think the only... My scales seem to be broken. There we go. Yeah. It's a diddly thing, and I think the only locomotive which I've got which is smaller is the Terrier, really. So let's see. It is... Oh, that's a fair bit away from the size. It is 44.5 grams, which does put it heavier than a fair few of my other locomotives. Well, only a Terrier, no, it is lighter. And private slightly lighter, and I think the C classes as well. Yes, that was only 41, I think. And obviously the M7 class, that was very light. Anyway, let me get this on the turntable and you can see it in better detail close up. So here we go. The Class 80 tank engines were German standard locomotives with the Deutschland Reichsbahn. They were intended to replace the aging rickety state railway line engines performing certain duties in their dotage at large stations. Between 1927 and 1928, 39 of these vehicles were produced, having been built in the locomotive factories of Jung in Ghent. I'll put that word in case I can't pronounce, in case you can't understand it. Of Union. Yes, again another word I can't pronounce. In Königsberg, Wolf and Holzheim. Yeah, again. With the development of the Class 80, a relatively economic and simple class locomotive, it was hoped that the cost of shunting duties would come down. After they had been on duty prior to the Second World War, primarily in the area of Litzberg, including the shunting of post vans in Cologne, 22 units went into the DR in East Germany post 1945 and 17 to the Deutschland Bundesbahn. They were in service with the DR until 1968. In the Federal Republic of Germany, the last Bundesbahn engine was taken out of service in 1965. Several examples survived in the Bundesbahn until 1977 as industrial locomotives with the... Well, as industrial... I can't pronounce it. I do have to apologise for my German. I will put these words up on screen so you can read them. But a total of 7 locomotives of this class have been preserved, including the engine which the model is representing. So always good to know. Hello and welcome back to the test track. As you can see, it is a bit more different from the last review video, and I have actually not done things over here. But anyway, I've got the Class 80 here. I have done a little quick run round just to make sure it does work properly. But other than the track does need a bit of a clean, as always, because I did some work on it. Yeah, it runs fine, really. Anyway, let's have a go on the outer track, the inner track first. So it does need a little bit of encouragement just to get started. Due to its rather short wheelbase, it does have a bit of problems with the points, like that. I did give it a bit of oiling. Also, I've got a second hand, so I'm making sure there's no bits of dirt or anything like that getting caught in places where I don't want it to. Now, it actually runs rather well once it gets going. Also, I would like to mention some bits which I forgot in the early bit of the video, is that the running number, which once I get the little running number is 80030, and as I mentioned in the info section, this locomotive still exists in a preserved state, and there we go. I really have to sort out this crossing. One other thing which I did forget to mention is the scale. It's not actually the standard, well, I say standard, it's not the British N gauge or N scale, whatever you say it. It's continental, which means it's actually 1 to 150 or 160. Might be 160. So this would actually be, if it was the same scale as my coaches here, it would actually be slightly larger. But it doesn't really bother me. So I'm planning to change it into something else. Yeah, it seems to have warmed up a bit now. I always find bits all over my layout. I will remark that there is a slight smell, but that might just be the oil, because that does give a rather pungent smell. I did put it in all the places with the little leaflet mentioned. Anyway, let's have a go at putting some coaches. So flip this, flip that. Yeah. There we go. I know it doesn't seem like it's performing well, but I think this is actually an old model, and for its age, it does seem to be doing fairly well. That good connection? It seems like a good connection. Right, these are my usual test rake of 8 Mark 1s. Each one is 25 grams roughly, actually a bit more than that. So this is what? That's 40. It's 44. About 44. So 20. Yeah, well, it's definitely more than 4 times. It might be close to 5 times its own weight. And let's see if it pulls. Start off. There we go. There we go. So I might need to give it a bit of speed just to get round that point. But pulling wise, it does not seem to be having any issues. Though there might be a bit of wheel slip. There might be a bit of wheel slip in the tunnel. Unfortunately, I can't see what's in the tunnel. I need to cleared it enough time. But yeah, other than those around here, it does seem to be performing mostly alright. So I'm going to have a quick look at that. Not sure what that is, but so it might just need another clean, but it runs decently well. Not perfect, but given the tracks cleaned enough, and probably the locomotive's cleaned enough, I would say it probably would run far better. Now the important question, how much does it cost? Well, it only cost me, I think it was about £70 off eBay, which I say is better than what you'd normally get, because from what I've seen of German locomotives, they do cost a fair amount. A bit more than the standard amount of British locomotives. So if you can get it for 70, 60 quid, I'll say you found yourself a bargain. I'm going to have a go at testing less coaches. Let's see if I can do this without derailing half a rate, because I need that in a bit. Let's move this without knackering things, as he tries to do. That'll sort itself out. Move you back. Move you in there. Right, now let's have a go. Seems a bit more happier now. So I'm not too sure if it's any issue with the locomotive itself or just my track. Yeah, I'll say it's a fairly good runner, so anyway, let's change the angle of the shot, shall we? So let's do a bit. There we go. Not bad. Let's start her up again. Ooh, and give it a little nudge. Ooh, turning power will probably help as well. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. This is James from Gosport Railworks, and I'll see you again next time. Ooh, there we go. Didn't get caught in the tunnel. I'll get caught in that crossing though. Anyway, again next time. Bye bye.